Greetings, viewers! Night here, and it's been a while since I've covered some Brony drama. So I assume you're all aware of the pedophile situation in the Brony community. Zach Kays, formerly Toon Critic Y2K, was outed as a pedophile this January, and pretty much lost everything he had in this fandom at the time, as well as becoming the subject of multiple videos. Just when it looked like the whole Toongate thing was dying down, two members of the voice acting section of the Brony community, Performance Major and Dusky Novel, were exposed to have ERP'd with minors. And a whole new wave of pedo-Brony exposed videos crashed onto the shores that is the fandom. We also have new people talking about these,
Beep.
Fabletail and Lio Convoy. But we also have people trying to defend PM and Dusky. Ertz and Gamer Girl Blue on Twitter, Nobody Named Forgotten Dreams on YouTube, and today's subject is Royale Yabuki, who I'll just be calling Yabuki from now on fanfiction.net. Last week, around the time Forgotten Dreams put up his video and then took it down, Yabuki put up a post on his fanfiction account, where he talked about his friends being bullied out of the fandom by popular bronies. Special thanks to SketchTV for reading off the post.
Please listen. Very important. Hi guys, I'm writing the blog to you guys on a very important matter. See, for about a whole year, my friends have been going through some tough times, and some of them have even left the Brony fandom. I hardly ever hear from them these days, so it's tough for me to see that they're giving up on the fandom entirely, but I still respect their decision to leave. A couple of friends left the Brony fandom because they got tired of being bullied and harassed, and just shunned away by a couple of individuals, and this time, I will refer to them by name. Sparrow9642, Obab Scribbler, aka Scribbler Productions, and FNGR, for no good reason for short. And these people have been getting on mine and my friends' nerves for a while now. They constantly harass my friends into thinking they're bad people, and even made stuff up to villainize my friends and deny every bad thing they did just so they could keep their reputations.
So for anyone who thought I was making assumptions here, this part more or less confirms that he's talking about PM and Dusky Novel, since those are the two people that have been talked about the most for the past 2 months. Yabuki, allow me to inform you and the viewers that PM and Dusky confessed to ERPing with minors. There are at least 2 recorded calls where they do not deny this at all. I will link them in the description of this video so you can judge for yourself whether or not either of them were bullied into thinking that they were bad people. As for denying all the bad stuff they ever did, what are these bad things that Scribbler or Sparrow have done behind the scenes of everything? Do you and your friends have dirt you can use against them? Or is it that you're going by the logic that since VAs like Lost Narrator have talked with FNGR on his channel, that anyone from the voice acting section of this community talking negatively about Dusky is just as bad as FNGR? Far as I'm aware, FNGR and Scribbler have never spoken outside of the odd exchange on Twitter. If you're trying to play the guilt by association card here, I am sorry to inform you, but you have a bad hand.
I don't like calling people out, but these popular bronies have lost sight on what truly means to be a brony. You mean being a fan of the show, right?
I simultaneously love and hate comments like this. It just comes off as very elitist and closed-minded. So, because someone's a brony, that means they can never be mean to someone else or say something negative about someone else. That's not how the world works. And just leaves me with the impression that you're trying to dictate how people in the fandom should behave.
However, just because stuff like this is happening, I refuse to leave the fandom. That's the wrong that's what you do for it is. It's given me so much over the last 4 years ever since I joined the Brony community, and it has allowed me to have a better appreciation in life and improve myself as a person, and the way it is now, I'm gonna keep doing what I always do best, and show that even in our darkest hour, a bright light will shine down on us, and stop his madness once and for all.
That has to be some of the most pretentious and self-righteous trash I've read on the internet so far this year. And cringy. Look, I do appreciate this fandom and the friends I made in it, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend like the fandom is some sort of sacred thing like Yabuki is doing.
But just because I called out the people who ruined my friends' lives.
Projection. The people who ruined your friends' lives were themselves. You just want to shift blame here.
I ask you all not to make it any worse than it is now. Otherwise, the entire Brony fandom I treasure so deeply will fall apart. Thank you.
And that's all he wrote, so I'll go into my final thoughts. I really don't want to make assumptions here, but it feels like you intentionally didn't tell your readers that Dusky and PM were likely the friends you claim were being bullied, when that hasn't been the case at all. Well, okay, maybe they have been bullied, but you don't provide any evidence that it was Scribbler, Sparrow, or FNGR doing it, or that it was people associated with them doing it. All the reader has to go on is your word. There's also the obvious pretentious and self-righteous attitude in your post that makes it really unpleasant to read. I know you took this down, but as I'm sure you're now aware, the internet never forgets. There will always be people out there ready to screen cap anything you do and say on the internet. And if they feel that it's something that deserves to be called out, you can bet your bottom dollar that it will be called out. Especially if it's something that makes you look stupid. And that's the ambiguity of the internet. Yabuki, I'm not trying to drive you out with the fandom. I'm saying you allowed your emotional bias to blind you, and made yourself look like just one more person willing to defend pedophiles in this fandom, trying to use this show as a shield, mind you, just because Dusky and PM are your friends. Anyways, this is Night saying thanks for listening, and please share your thoughts with me.